Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today is the first ride impression of the new to me 2022 Triumph Tiger 1200 Rally Explorer. If you are new to the channel, then welcome along. If you are a returning subscriber, it's great to have you along again. And yeah, we've changed the Africa Twin to this beautiful, and you can't deny it does not look beautiful. I mean, just look at it, it is gorgeous. So yeah, let's go for a nice little bimble out, because it's got a brand new back tyre on. The tyres that are on are the Carew Street Metzlers, so a little bit different to what I'm actually used to. Exactly the same though, 21-inch front wheel, 18-inch rear, so hopefully there won't be too much difference in the bike itself, but we shall get onto some things when we get out on the road. So let's get on it. Well, the first thing you are going to notice about this bike is that it is 150 brake horsepower, and I mean it is nothing shy of. Look at that overtake, just effortless, absolutely effortless to overtake anything. That's going to get some getting used to. Is obviously the switch gear is in a different place to what I'm used to, but that's expected. Yeah, whilst I'm on about the switch gear there, I'm so used to feeling a prominent click to say that you've put your indicator on, whereas on the Triumph you don't get that click, it's just a push. So I'm constantly looking to say, have I put it on? It does have self-cancelling indicators. Again, it's going to get some getting used to for me, but at the minute it's just unfamiliar. Alright, let's have a look at how this bike handles then. Now I've done that purposely because I want you to see that light there, if you can see it. Yeah, hopefully that's picked up. It's gone off now. So the radar that is on the back end of the bike, if it picks up anything in the background, a bit like your car mirrors, you know, the detection, it is that, which I think is an amazing feature on this bike. It's very prominent and it's big. Now what I have noticed already is I'm doing 51 mile an hour and the mirrors are already going blurry. Now there is a lot of vibration, well not a lot of vibration, but there is some, I can feel some vibrations coming through the bars, and yeah, at 50 mile an hour, like I say, they're starting to, ooh, Ferrari, guarantee he's got a small, I don't know why I'm looking in the mirror, I guarantee he's got a small little oh, that quick shifter and blipper is so smooth. It is honestly like putting a knife through butter. Like, just watch. Oh. Yeah, that quick shifter and blipper, silky smooth. I would honestly go to say that that is probably one of the best quick shifters I've ever used. So at the minute, because I've been doing that speed, I'm on my tiptoes here. Now I've purposely stopped, but if I press and hold the home button, if you can see on the screen there, that little suspension thing comes on. That has now lowered the bike another 10 millimeters. Right, and that'll stay on there. So I'm in a 30 at the minute, so I can't do anything, but let's get through this little village. So when you get to 40 miles an hour, that switches itself off and the bike rises again back to its setting that it's set at. Oh wow, look at these houses. Yeah, see, it's now gone back off again. So once you've it just takes that couple of seconds just to raise, and but you can feel it like lifting up and down. And I'll admit that was a very strong selling point to me, mainly because when the seat was in its normal position it was too high. We put it into the low position and it felt very, very similar to the Africa Twin, but the seat feels a lot wider than the Africa Twin did. So Rich at Birmingham East Motorcycles, he came up to me and he went, look, I've got a little trick to show you. He said, press and hold the home button for 5 seconds. And I was like, okay. And I just felt the whole bike lowering. I was like, what is this magic? And he was like, yeah, it's dropped it down another 10 millimeter. I was like, amazing. I was like, the balls of my feet are now on the floor. I can hold the bike comfortably. So if you are thinking of getting a Triumph Tiger 1200 Rally Explorer and you think it's too tall for me, there is ways around it. I'm 5'7" and I can touch the floor. Riding position, yeah, let's talk about that for a little bit. So the riding position for me, I do feel like I am slightly just leaning forward a bit more than what I would do if I was on the Africa Twin. Not much, don't get me wrong, not by much at all, but just very, very slightly just feel like I'm more in a sporty position than an adventure position. But I don't feel uncomfortable. My legs are at a beautiful 90 degree, you know. I feel like I'm sat in an armchair. I do just feel like I'm just leaning forward just that little bit more. When I stand up, same again. I don't feel like I'm... Oh, let's crack that open a minute. I don't feel like I'm in the... I mean, I don't feel too bad stood up, but I don't feel as comfortable as what I would do if I was on the Africa Twin. But I can't compare this bike to the Africa Twin. I can't keep doing it. They are two completely different motorcycles. So yes, although this is the Rally Explorer and it is very much capable of doing off-roading, it is never going to be a match for the Africa Twin. It never will. Look, in my honest opinion, nothing will beat the Africa Twin off-road. That's just my own personal opinion. But for what I do with off-road, I think this bike will be more than capable of doing it. I'm no expert at off-road. I like doing your gravelly tracks. I like doing your odd little green lane. 90% of the time I am on road. Okay, right, so I think I've just figured something out here. I think if you just tap it gently, it goes 1, 2, 3 and switches itself off. I think if you press and hold it, 1, 2, 3, 4, right, okay then. Oh my god. Oh, this bike has just got seriously so much pull and so much power. That 150 brake horsepower engine is just there at an instant. So yeah, so I'm coming up to this left hand side. I just want to go 1, 2, 3. It's now shut itself back off again. You know, that's a nice little feature, just a little quick tap, 1, 2, 3, switches itself off. If you push and hold it, because it doesn't push very far at all, it just literally moves a couple of millimetres to the left or to the right and that's it. So
that to me is going to get some getting used to.
I must admit, this seat feels so comfortable at the minute. It is.
I don't know how to explain it. It feels really soft and as if you are just sitting on your sofa at home. It just feels very, very relaxed and nice to sit on. I mean, the pillion seat, oh my god, that looks, it's like that thick. It's massive. So what I will say to start off with is my first investment is I need to get a top box plate because I've kept my top box. Is it raining? I hope not. Yeah, I've kept my top box. So I need to get a top box plate for it so I can then obviously start bringing Cameron back out again. He really wants to try out this new heated seat. Actually, I'm going to try it. Right, let's put it on that one. See how warm it gets. Yeah, so Cameron wants to try the heated seat out. That's my first investment. One thing that's really playing on mind is obviously I've got my Ultimate Add-ons phone case there at the minute. Now I've always used the Ultimate Add-ons and I had it hardwired into the Africa Twin, coming all underneath the tank, up and in. But it's sat perfectly in the middle, whereas I can't get this in the middle because of how the design is. So I have seen some form of a cradle mount that goes in that's not going to be effective if you want to lift up and down. They're the first two things that I need to look into doing. This bike has got so much technology on it, it is unreal. I don't even know half of the stuff on this bike. Ooh, oh, my bum cheeks are getting warm. That's a very unusual feeling really, but it feels quite nice. I will not lie, it does feel quite nice. It's quite nice actually. I mean, I am starting to now get used to the bike a little bit. It's a nice position to play. It's a nice position, and it's actually a nice place to be as well. I'm getting no discomfort whatsoever. Oh, that heated seat. Oh, that is something different. Oh. I only ever normally get these that feeling when I'm messaging Ollie, really. That warm sensation. It's just like cupping. Every man needs to get a heated seat on their bike. You will not regret it, I promise you right now. This bike feels very, very nice, and I think we're going to get on just fine. Touch wood. I think we will. But the bike has not got a name, so drop a comment down below if you think what you think I should call this bike. The Africa Twin never had a name and it was called the bike with no name. But I need a name for this one.
Well guys, this is my first impressions for Hoid, and so far so good. I'm not disappointed at all in the slightest little bit yet. I think myself and the bike, we've got a lot to learn. Something very new to me, so this is a new chapter for me. It's a new chapter for us,
and I am 99% sure that this bike will bring me just as much happiness as what the Africa Twin did. So on that note guys, I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you stay safe, and we hope to see you out there. And if you haven't already, please do consider hitting that subscribe button. We're not that far off of hitting that 1,000 subscribers, and I would love to be able to hit that target. Right guys, we shall see you in the next one. From myself, from Kay, from Cameron, from all of us at Carts Wheels, take it easy. Bye bye.